Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Tam Pham with Chess Transparency. And I want to do a new series where I want to get better at solving tactics. And not just any old tactics on Lichess or chess.com, but tactics that are actually very hard that can take 5, 10, 15 minutes for one problem. And my coach recommended I solve two tactics a day of really hard tactics in order for me to become a better player. And he gave me a great resource, this book called Imagination in Chess. And it has hundreds of problems, and I uploaded some of them on leechess.org so I can solve it live with you all, and I want you to see how I think about it. Obviously, I've done many of these before, and most of the time I don't get it. Even after 10, 15 minutes, I have a less than a 50% pass rate. But my hope is that with this series and with doing this every single day, two tactics a day, which isn't that huge of a time commitment, I'll become a better player. You may become a better player while you solve the problems with me and kind of see how this works. This is day one. I'm really excited for this, and I don't really know what the outcome would be or what might come out of this. But the point isn't really of an end goal. Is really to be a resource to the community and to improve my own chess game selfishly, and then kind of share the behind the scenes, which is why we created Chess Transparency. Try saying that 3 times. Chess Transparency. We want to be transparent about all the things that we're doing in order to become a stronger chess player. Eventually an expert, eventually a master. And just for reference, for those new. My rating's around a 1750, 1800. Depending on what your skill level is, you might find some of these easier, some of these harder. And then maybe I'll even have like a time stamp. So if you have solved the problem, I can just say, hey, go to, 11 minutes and 2 seconds, and you can see the answer. But for now, let me try to solve this one. Okay, I have my Vietnamese coffee. I'm ready. It might take 10, 15 minutes, and I hope you bear with me if I, struggle, which I definitely will. This problem is white to move. I'm looking at it for the first time. When I uploaded it, I didn't really study it or anything. But let's see what's going on. Black's king's in the center. His knight is undeveloped, his rook's undeveloped, and my pieces are very active. And so I wonder, how can I turn this advantage into a win or more of an advantage? It looks like in this game, white put their pieces on a square where this knight is very hard to develop. So we're restricting that knight. This bishop is gorgeous. And this rook is sad. Alright. For some reason, I want to sacrifice. I want to go rook d8. After king takes, knight takes f7, king has to go back, and then I take this rook. And then I push the pawn, maybe bring my bishop over here, and then protect this pawn to be promoted, and even get up these pawns. That's my plan. It looks like that's kind of forced, actually, so let me see. So rook has to go here. I'll try to use the shift arrow to make the red. There you go. Black has to capture. There's no choice. Knight takes f7. King goes back. I'll go back to e8 to defend, the potential queening square. And then after knight takes h8, I'm threatening f7. So what can he do to stop f7? Maybe the king can go to f8. So once the king is on f8, I no longer have the square of g7 to go with my bishop after I play f7. So maybe before playing f7, maybe my knight can come back, give a check. But if I give a check, he can go to f7, and then life is kind of... Actually, no, I give a check. He goes f7. He can't capture my f6 pawn because of my bishop on d2. But there has to be a way to, like, capitalize this if I'm going to sacrifice. I mean, that pass pawn's dangerous. Maybe that alone is winning enough. Because he only has to keep worrying about it. Well, I can just focus energy on something else. But usually with tactics, that's not how it works. Usually there's some kind of a force variation where you can go. So I'm still wondering. After king f8, can I get my bishop on that diagonal to check him? Oh, if king f8, maybe bishop to e5. So now I'm threatening the c7 pawn, and I'm also threatening the knight if he ever moves a pawn up. So let's see. So after bishop e5, what can he do? He can go trap my knight, maybe? No, I think I would just move my knight out if I was him. So bishop e5, and then what happens after knight to d7? I mean, I can't take on c7 because he'll take my knight. Or he'll take my f6 pawn. So... And he's attacking my bishop too. So maybe that line is not working. I also have a problem with not seeing deeper into lines, so it's hard to evaluate where my time should be spent. But that's okay. That's one variation. That's one out of many moves I can do, I think. Taking first doesn't make sense, right? Does it? If I take first, takes check. Say the king goes forward. I take here. How do you guard this bishop? You play a move like this. And then actually no, wait a minute. That could work. Takes. Oh no, I can't. That doesn't work. This knight's here. Ah. Okay. My bad. I saw a variation where you can push this pawn with a discovered attack. Okay, other candidate moves. What are the other candidate moves? Maybe rook e1? The king... Where can the king go? The king can't go to d8 because of knight takes f7. Legally can't go to d7 or e7. And the discovered check would be very annoying. I can win a piece. So, this king, if rook e1, the king would go to f8. I mean, position that would be pretty nice because maybe I can march my king up. But this bishop can just come here. So, rook e1, king f8. Is there anything else that I'm missing? Knight check. Takes. Rook to e7. Knight takes. Actually, that would be very bad because of this. So, rook e1. King F8. Oops, it's my turn. Uh, Knight sacrifice. Knight takes. Rook E7. So this knight's hanging. The bishop protects it. Then I don't have any counterplay, I think. So ruling out rook E1. I'm ruling out knight takes F7. I feel like it's this crazy move. Imagination Chess, to give context, is a book where it has many puzzles, but it forces you to use your imagination. So to do moves that I've seen the trend to do moves that you normally would not do. So in a real game, like how likely is it will I actually sacrifice my rook like this, in order to get a pass pawn and try to push? But let's just try to see what this happens. I'm playing on Lichess, so nothing will happen. Like there's nothing like that's gonna say, "Oh, you're doing it wrong" or anything. Like the Lichess puzzles, but this is a study. So imagine like an open board. So rook check, king takes, knight check, king e8, knight takes, h8. My threat is to push. So the line I was looking at was king f8. And here, is there a win? I mean, if I do push, what does that accomplish? I mean, it accomplishes that he can't take my knight. So say, for example, I do push. I say he does any move, like just a knight. Like here, for example. Like, what's the continuation here? I can't sacrifice. This knight's even protecting this square. Yeah, so maybe pushing is not the right idea. I was thinking about giving a check, so let's just see what happens. Check, the king has 3 legal moves. The most principal probably would come here. But that's about it. Check, you can't take the pawn because of discovered checks. So the king... Yeah, how do you make progress? Okay, I got a pass pawn, but how do you make progress? In a real game, though, I think that will be enough to... Actually, no, it wouldn't. Because this bishop can always come down and be very annoying. I would have to do something like this. Alright, let's go back. Takes. Is the move to take the rook? I have to take the rook, right? No other option. Check. Check. No, that's not smart. I take the rook. Take it. King f8. Alright. This is the line. I have a feeling it's the right line. But how do I capitalize? Then again, maybe intuitively doesn't make sense to sacrifice my rook because the black's pieces are undeveloped. So unless I have a concrete variation here, maybe it's better to just have the rook on there. Just be active. I was looking at bishop e5, and if knight here, I take, he takes, now what? I gotta get out of here, I'm gonna get trapped. So, check. Yeah, this looks Very even. Let's go back to the very beginning, actually. Why do I feel the need to do something fancy? Can I just play something simple? I think in a real game, I think I would just move my king up or something. But this is not like if I want to play like a master or a grandmaster, I gotta think. I can't play like normal moves anymore. That's what I learned coming from playing 1400, going up to 1800. Is that you can't just play normal moves that you kind of expect your opponent to do. You gotta play. You gotta look for resources and moves that um, take extra effort that goes against the natural move. Um, in order to think. So, like a master, like Grandmaster wouldn't give up and just like, not give up, but wouldn't just take the easy route and just go King F1, you know, or even just F3 and King F2. Alright. Alright. Would this work? He doesn't have to take, because if takes, then discover attack on the rook. Wow, would that work? Check, or not check. Say that he moves the rook anywhere. Why does that matter so much? Say he goes here. What am I doing? Oh, maybe because I have an open file now. Check. He can go to F8. So he would have to go. He can't go to D8 because of check. So the king will have to go here. So let's play that out, just for demonstration purposes. Here, I'll show if you can't take because of this discover check. And winning on an open board where a bishop and rook is much easier. Say, for example, you do take this rook's coming here, or even d7. This bishop's coming back out to attack, and it's not pleasant. So instead, the rook can go either to g8 or h7. Let's look at g8 for a quick second. Because now you can maybe play rook e1 check. Was an idea that we had before, but now we're just combining it in a different variation, which is usually the case. The king cannot go to d8. Actually, it can. I thought I had a fork, but I guess it doesn't. So yeah, so what if he goes to d8? Is that a big deal? Knight gets on a better square, but what's the plan after? So attacking the rook again. Say the rook, I don't know, goes to normal square. Actually, let's go back to here because of this threat. So check. The king goes back. We're back to the starting position, or like similarly, except the knight's on e7. Is there anything here? Oh. Did I miss something? Okay. This is the first move. So, oops. Knight to g6. I don't see a variation here. Yeah, knight has to go somewhere, right? It's kind of weird to go back. So you would have to go here. So this is before the check. So in the original line, I checked first on e1, but say I don't check, say I go here. And this rook goes back. This is very similar actually to the position we just saw. What? This looks weird. Maybe the idea is to go here? Oh! Yeah! Because the king cannot go to these squares. So after, for example, like king f8, then we have this. Huh, interesting. Let me see. So my threat is to play knight g7 check. So he can develop his knight. Actually, maybe, what if he develops this way? For example, here, check. The king has one legal move. This knight blocks this square. Oh, look at this move though. With the threat of checkmate. So, say the king runs. I mean, he has an escape square, so I guess that wasn't that crazy. So what if I just play this? Seems pleasant for me. Well, that loses because of checkmate, right? So this knight can't move. This pawn is gonna fall. If this knight can't move, this bishop is stuck. This rook is stuck. I like this position, huh? But it just feels weird. I feel like there's a more forcing line. That was kind of a interest. Okay, so I was just thinking, like in the very beginning, if black's pieces are not coordinated well, maybe we should just not trade pieces and just keep pieces on the board. Unless we see a concrete variation that it does work, but the rook d8 check didn't work, or it didn't work to the lines that I saw. Maybe I missed something. So let's see, rook d7. This looks beautiful. This looks very nice. It's very strange. You want to get your knight to g7. But it's an idea. So the line I looked at was rook g8, knight e7, rook back. Okay, say he doesn't play knight c6. Say excuse me? What do you play here? You know, king f8 is checkmate. Leads to checkmate. What do you play here? I don't know. Say you do nothing. Actually, this is checkmate. So, you can't play a move like h5. You have to do something to stop knight g7, then checkmate. Which is why I thought knight c6 was the best move. Knight c6. And then rook d7. Oh no, knight check first. And then rook d7. And everything falls, right? That's what I think. Man, if this bishop was to get on this square somehow, at that exact moment, that would be kind of cool. Okay, so rook e1, you know, he has king g8. Yeah, that doesn't lead to anything, does it? No. Okay, so what if he goes king, rook h7? Might not be easier for me. So I go check. The king has two legal moves. Say he goes here. Yeah, this is hard. I don't know what I'm doing. Wow. Did that line just kill everything? And we just plays just rook h7? This kills the whole line. I think all that digging was. So what's the best move here? That's pretty nuts. That is pretty nuts. Oh man. For some reason, my heart just says it's like rook d8 right here. For some reason, it's some crazy line like this that I just can't find the next answer to. You know. Yeah, this is nuts. There's no line anywhere but my knight. He's gonna take the pawn. Okay, man. See, this is why it is so hard. It looks simple, but if I don't play accurately, I think Black has counterplays to come back and make it an even game. All right, I'm going to check my answer sheet. It's in a PDF, so let me find it. Imagination. Okay, it's on my second screen. So this is problem number 150. I'm gonna look at the first move and then see why, like just try to figure it out after that. That's what I like to do when I solve tactics. Is even though I know the answer, the first move is still not easy to find the rest. So it is knight g6. Oh my goodness. That was the last move that I came up with, which it looks beautiful, but you know, what do you do here? Okay, rook e1 is a very natural looking move. What are some weird, unorthodox moves that don't make any sense that maybe is a better answer? That's usually how you solve these puzzles. You gotta just stretch your brain and do moves that don't make any sense. Yeah, rook h7. What now? What now? You gotta play here, no? You have to. I don't know. This is hard. Knight g6 is the right move. But rook h7, which is like, it doesn't get into any of the any way of an attack. Unless my knight goes here? Wait a minute. If knight goes here, then, you know, this is checkmate. So that can't work. What? Knight goes to f8? This rook has only one square. This looks too crazy. This looks so crazy. Knight goes to e6 with the same idea of discovered attack. What? No, this can't work. Can it? Knight e6, threatening to take this pawn. Oh no, threatening to even play knight to g7 like my original plan. Holy crap. Because this is the original line right here. This is the line. This is the exact variation. It transposes. Did you see that? Did you guys see? Okay, first off, you play knight g6 in a real game. This is fantastic. You're putting your piece on a square that's protected. But with tactics, it doesn't work. So if you play rook h7, you place your knight on the rim where it can also be attacked. Where it's also defended. The rook has to go back, and then you place your knight again on a square that's protected. This knight is like wants a suicide, like just wants to die. What? This is nuts. What was my move here? My move was knight c6. And then it goes back to the line we just saw before. But, okay. But my best move was rook d7. So, let's see. If rook g here. Yeah, this is the line right here, right? With the idea to go to g5. So this was my best follow-up. There might be a better move in this position. Now I'm just looking at what else can I sacrifice? Like, this is also a nice threat, but, the king can run away, I think. Okay, I'm gonna look at the answer now. Let's go back. So here's the original problem. Oh, the knight is like a suicide machine. This is problem 150. I'm going to zoom up on this PDF. Wow, okay. So, they get the line. Knight g6, rook g8, knight e7, right? Rook h8, bishop e5. Huh. So all these moves that I mentioned, they're all separate ideas, but it looks like the right move order is very important. So bishop e5 here. I thought you would just go knight f5 first, but okay, you're attacking the pawn. Oh, you're attacking the pawn so that the rook can come and give checkmate. Wow. All these ideas are just coming together now. And this knight's doing a good job of not letting this king escape. The king can't go to g8 or g7 because of the knight and the pawn. And the rook's going to check and it's going to cover the e8 square. This is beautiful. Wow. Yeah, how can you stop this? I'm going to take this pawn and I'm going to play this. How do you stop this? That's pretty. Really pretty. More prettier than my rook d7 idea. I want to go for mate. I want to go for checkmate. Let's see what line they give. So, bishop e5, knight c6. You take here, right? Oh, wow. You take here. You take here. Now you take here. Wow. What the heck is this? But they have this move, this resource, bishop d7, blocking the pin. But then, look at this move. Look at this move. They play f3. What? What is chess right now? What is this? The book says white plays f3 and black has no useful moves. I mean, technically, can you play anything else? Can you? Oh, actually, oh, I see. Because you don't want to give, you don't want to get into checks. So I guess here you give f2. So this is the best This is the best move that waits. Is what the book's trying to say, I think. So the game went h5, f3, h5, king h2, which doesn't make sense. I thought you would play f3 to go king f2. Oh, it makes sense because you want to stop the pawns. Okay, interesting. Rook h6 attacking this pawn. I take. Oh, wait a minute. Rook d6, protecting the pawn. Takes, and 1-0. White's winning. Kind of strange. It just seems like basically white put black in zugzwang. I did not expect this result to come out like this. I thought it'd be some kind of this is interesting. Okay, let's make this the main line. Let's go back. So, knight g6, rook g8, knight e7, rook protects itself. Now you play bishop e5, threatening to take on c7 and play rook d8 checkmate. Knight c6, we ended up trading knights, not playing knight f5, knight g7. Because we win a very important pawn, threatening checkmate, and after they block the checkmate, we play f3. But that's pretty wild. That's how you play like a grandmaster. You play f3 and then you win the game. And then black's in zugzwang here. Must be nice. They also gave some other lines. They gave me 2 more lines, I think. So, knight g6, rook h7, and then it says, follows a very attractive knight f8. This is amazing. Rook h8, knight e6. Right, exactly the line I saw. This one, they had them play knight d7. We would take here with check, king d8, and then knight to b5. And this line looks good. I feel like we can take this pawn. We can go here, attacking the bishop and f7, which is probably stronger. This is a nice line too. Okay, so let's go back. So knight g6, rook g8. They also had if actually wait a minute. They also had this here. If rook f8, we play bishop e5 anyways. Knight d7 takes. Bishop takes c7. Knight takes f6. And then do you give check here? Knight f5. Threatening checkmate. Wow, that's a pretty move. You just move your knight out of the way to give checkmate. Very pretty move. Wow, this is super instructive. Oh my gosh. Knight g6. In this position, knight g6 is the right answer. But this is the prettiest line. Knight g6, rook h7, knight f8, rook h8, knight e6. This is so pretty. It's probably the prettiest thing I've seen. Knight e6. What's next? What did I have here? Knight d7 they played. And then you take here. You don't play knight g7. That was the thing I overlooked. Okay, I didn't think this was this strong, but it's just so powerful because this is coming. All right. Wow. That was only one problem too. It wasn't even. I didn't even go through a bunch. That was just one problem in this book that is very hard for me to find. Hopefully, if you found it, congratulations, knight g6, amazing, amazing move. Yeah, this is my training. Wow, this is so hard. Solving this is probably more satisfying. I didn't solve it, but solving a problem like this would be more satisfying than, boosting up rating points in my blitz games, because this is hard. Like, this is truly, truly hard. All right. Thank you so much for watching. This is day 1 of solving tactics and trying to become a stronger player. Appreciate you sticking along with me. Knight g6. Look at this beautiful move to, this route is amazing. All right. Thanks so much for watching. I'm going to stop the recording and see you next video. Thanks.